You know it's 666, the number of the devil.
Yeah.
You ever hear the theory about it?
Wait.
What it actually means?
No. I
Because you
just
hear
know
that
it's a bad
before.
number.
You know how it's like demonic, it has association with the devil, but why? Why that number, right?
Yeah.
Check this out. So there's a theory, and it ties into the theory about how our life is a simulation.
Okay.
Now, I'm going to show you a picture,
Yeah.
and this is pretty much what every single computer operating system runs on.
Okay.
Here, look at this.
Let me see.
So every single computer operating system runs on this type of databases, right?
Okay.
Pretty much it allows permissions to certain people, to certain groups, or if you want, the public. So it gives permissions to write, create, or I guess read.
Okay.
So it's hard to explain in like coding terms, but pretty much what it means is you give permission to read, write, or execute programs.
Okay.
So you could write something into my code, blah, blah, blah. If I give you permission, then it could execute. But if I don't give you permission, it can't run and you can't write. Now, there's this guy, I'm gonna play the video for you a bit.
Yeah.
And he pretty much figured out that if our life really is under this simulation, like almost like a computer,
Okay.
the number 666 is pretty much the coding to give permission to evil forces to do anything.
Really?
And when I say evil, it just means anything.
Okay.
So you know how you could get affected by good or bad, right? If you allow the bad, then your life gets affected. But if you're not wary of it, or if you're not, I guess, in that vulnerable state, that shit won't affect you at all.
Okay.
So watch this.
So this is hella like Cody.
Listen.
Yeah.
It's hard to explain, but it's crazy.
Okay.
Figured out the mark of the beast, but I'm going to have to teach you computer science in order to explain it. The first thing I'll say is everyone's wrong. I don't think anyone's ever seen this before. And when I say I figured it out, I feel like God gave it to me. I don't mean to take credit
So,
for it.
yeah, he
I used
says
to
you
code
got a
Linux
dream.
servers for fun, and one of the things you learn is how
And
to
you learn
set
this.
file and folder permissions. A folder is just a vessel that gets filled with things. If you were particular about who could put things in the folder and who couldn't, and who is allowed to read those documents in the folder or not, you would need to set permissions. It gets a little complicated how it actually works, but to
It's all
keep it
code.
simple, you have three groups: the owner, the group, and others, or the rest of the world. And you're setting permissions as to who can read things in the folder, who can write to the folder, and who can execute commands. Another view of this looks like this. You have the user, the group, or the world, and you can set the permissions that each group can have. And when you configure these permissions,
When
it's
he gets to the
expressed
numbers,
in a
it's crazy.
three-digit
Listen.
number, in this case 644. When you open up all read and write permissions to the entire world, you get 666. Obviously, you recognize that number as the mark of the beast.